looking at the chapter 2 complex numbers of engineering mathematics 1. Okay, chapter 2.1 algebra of complex numbers. Okay, let's look at the introduction part. Many mathematicians contributed to the full development of complex numbers. The 16th century Italian mathematician, okay, Guglielmo Cardano is credited with introducing complex numbers in his attempts to find solution to cubic equations. Okay, the set of all complex numbers denoted by C and the nomenclature of complex number was introduced by a German mathematician C.F. Gauss. Okay, the famous Swiss mathematician Leonhard Euler was the first to denote the letter I as the imaginary unit in the complex number of the number system in 1748. Okay, it is the only imaginary number. However, when you square it, it becomes real. Of course, it was not instantly created. It took several centuries to convince certain mathematicians to accept this number. In 1833, William Rowan Hamilton expressed complex numbers as pair of real numbers. Okay, the introduction of complex numbers plays a very important role in the theory of numbers. The number system that we are aware of today is the gradual development from natural numbers to integers, from integers to rational numbers, and from rational numbers to real numbers. Okay, consider the equation x square minus 1 equal to 0 and x square minus 9 equal to 0. We see that the equations have solutions in the real number system, whereas the equations x square plus 1 equal to 0 and x square plus 9 equal to 0 have no real solutions. So we need to extend the real number system to a larger system so that we can find the solution of the above equations. Let us consider the equation x square minus 1 equal to 0. X square equal to 1, x equal to plus or minus root 1, right? So it has two real solutions, minus root 1 and plus root 1. Sorry for this mistake, this is a printing mistake. This is root over minus 1 and root 1. Okay, see the graph. F of x equal to x square minus 1 graph. Okay, f of x equal to the graph x square minus 1 equal to 0, x is plus root 1 and minus root 1. Crosses x-axis at x equal to minus 1 0 and 1 comma 0. Okay, what root 1? Root 1 is nothing but 1. Sorry for that mistake. Again, there is no printing mistake here. Root 1 is 1 only. Okay, so it has two solutions, minus 1 and 1 when this value is 0. Okay, so that is the graph of x square equal to minus 1. Let us consider the equation x square plus 1 equal to 0, where x square equal to minus 1. In this case it is plus or minus root minus 1. Now we cannot get away with root. Okay, and this is root over minus 1 is nothing but I, that is denoted as I. Okay, so this equation has no real solutions. Okay, f of x equal to x square plus 1. This is the graph for x square equal to f of x equal to x square plus 1. The same graph moved by 2 bits in vertical direction. X square minus 1 here. Okay, x square plus 1 is here. Just moved everything by 2 centimeters ahead. Okay, on the vertical direction. Does not cross the x-axis. Yes, it will not cross the x-axis. When we square a real number, it is always positive. It cannot be negative. The The solution of the equation x square plus 1 equal to 0 extends the real number system to a new kind of number system, okay, that allows the square root of negative numbers. The square root of minus 1 denoted by symbol I, called the imaginary unit. I is imaginary unit, sometimes it is also called as j, okay, but we will stick to I in this subject, okay. Therefore plus I and minus I are the solutions of the equation x square plus 1 equal to 0. What is the definition of complex number? A number which is of the form a plus ib, where a and b are real numbers, is called a complex number. It is denoted by z and I is called imaginary unit. Consider the complex number z equal to a plus ib. Real part of z is a and it is denoted by re of z, real of z. Re means real. Imaginary part of z is b and is denoted by im of z, okay. For example, z equal to 2 plus 3i, real of z is 2, imaginary of z is 3. A complex number z is said to be real if imaginary of z equal to 0. The complex number z to be said to be purely imaginary if real of z is 0. 0 is the only number which is at once real and purely imaginary. Ordered pair. A complex number z equal to a plus ib can be written in ordered pair of real numbers as a comma b. For example, 2 plus ib can be written as 2 comma 1. Okay, ordered pair representation. Equality of complex numbers. Two complex numbers are equal if and only if their real parts are equal and their imaginary parts are equal. For example, for the complex number z1 and z2, a plus ib and c plus id, a should be equal to c and b should be equal to d for z1 equal to z2, okay, and vice versa. Definition of conjugate. The conjugate of complex number a plus ib is defined as the complex number a minus ib and is denoted by z bar, okay. Conjugate a minus ib. Conjugate of complex number is obtained by changing the sign of imaginary part of z. For example, 1 plus 4a it is 1 minus 4a, minus 2 minus 3a it is minus 2 plus 3a, I it is minus I. Two complex number a plus ib and a minus ib are conjugate to each other. Basic algebraic equations of complex number. Addition of two complex numbers. If z1 is equal to a plus ib, z2 equal to c plus id, then z1 plus z2 equal to a plus c plus I, b plus d. What are the properties of complex numbers under addition? Closed property. For any two complex numbers z1 and z2, z1 plus z2 is also a complex number. This is z1, this is z2, this is z1 plus z2. Okay. Commutative property. For any z1 and z2, z1 plus z2 equal to z2 plus z1. Associative property. For any complex number z1, z2, z3, z1 plus z2 plus z3 equal to z1 plus z2 plus z3. Okay. Additive identity. There exists a complex number 0 such that 0 plus 0i such that z plus 0 equal to 0 plus z equal to z for all z. For all complex numbers. Additive inverse. For any complex number z, there exists a complex number minus z such that z plus minus z equal to minus z plus z equal to 0. That is additive inverse. 0 plus 0i is known as additive identity and minus z is called as additive inverse of z. Subtraction of two complex numbers z1 equal to a plus ib, z2 equal to c plus id, then z1 minus z2 equal to a minus c plus I, b minus d. So, if this is z2 and this is z1, minus z2 will fall along this. So, you have to add z1 and minus z2. Okay, that will be here. Z1 minus z2. Okay. Right, multiplication of complex number z by I. Multiplication of complex number z by I is a rotation of z by 90 degrees or pi by 2 radians in the counterclockwise direction about the origin. Okay, so turns this vector into 90 degrees anti-clockwise rotation. Okay, again if you multiply with I, it becomes I square z, 180 degrees rotation. So z and I square z are opposite direction. So I square z is nothing but minus z. Okay, iqz will be like here, so equal to minus iz. I to power 4z is again z. Okay, 90 into 4 is what? 360 degree. So I square equal to minus 1, I power 4 equal to 1. So let's multiply these two. AC plus minus BD is what is the real part. The imaginary part is AD plus BC. Okay, plus AD plus BC, AC minus BD. Properties of complex numbers under multiplication. Closure property for any complex number z1 and z2. z1 and z2 is also a complex number. Commutative property for any z1 and z2, z1 z2 equal to z2 into z1. Associative property for any complex number z1 z2 z3, z1 z2 into z3 equal to z1 into z2 into z3. Multiplicative identity, there exists a complex number 1 such that z into 1 equal to 1 into z equal to z for all z. Multiplicative inverse, for any complex number z, there exists a complex number 1 by z such that z into 1 by z into z equal to 1. Distributive property, for any three complex numbers z1, z2 and z3, z1 into z2 plus z3 equal to z1 z2 plus z1 z3. Okay, distributive property under addition. So 1 is known as multiplicative identity, 1 by z is known as multiplicative inverse of z and denoted by z inverse. Division of two complex numbers, z1 is a plus ib, z2 is c plus id, and z1 by z2 equal to a plus ib by c plus id. You can conjugate it by multiplying with the c minus id on both numerator and denominator. This becomes c square plus d square. Okay, here the real part is AC plus BD, imaginary part is BC minus AD. Okay, so AC plus BD by c square plus d square, I into BC minus AD by c square plus d square. That's it. Various powers of imaginary unit I power 0 is 1, I power 1 is I square is minus 1, I cube is I square into I, that is minus I to power 4 is I square into I square, minus 1 into 1, minus 1, 1. I power 5 is I power 4 into I, that is I power 6 is I power 4 into I square, that is minus 1. I power I inverse is 1 by I, nothing but minus I power minus 2, 1 by I square is minus 1, I power minus 3, 1 by I cube. Okay, so I power minus 4, 1 by I power 4 is 1. Properties of complex conjugates, z1 plus z2 whole conjugate equal to z1 plus z2 individual conjugate, z1 minus z2 whole conjugate equal to z1 conjugate minus z2 conjugate, z1 z2 whole conjugate is z1 conjugate into z2 conjugate. No, z1 by z2 whole conjugate is z1 by conjugate by z2 conjugate if z2 is not 0. Real part of z is z plus z conjugate divided by 2. Imaginary part of z, z minus imaginary part of z conjugate divided by 2i. Z power n whole conjugate is z conjugate whole power n, where n is an integer. Z is real if and only if z equal to z conjugate, that is imaginary part is 0. Z is purely imaginary if and only if z is minus z conjugate. Z conjugate equal to z double conjugate equal to z. We can verify some of the above properties. Z1 plus z2 whole conjugate equal to z1 conjugate plus z2 conjugate. Okay, z1 equal to a1 plus ib1, z2 is a2 plus ib2, z1 plus z2 is a1 plus a2 plus ib1 plus b2, right? So z1 plus z2 whole bar is this. Okay, nothing but a1 plus a2 minus I b1 plus b2. What is z1 bar plus z2 bar? Z1 bar is a1 minus ib1, z2 bar a2 minus ib2, both are equal, right? So z1 plus z2 whole bar is nothing but z1 bar plus z2 bar. So the second property, z1 z2 whole bar equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. Okay, first to find z1 z2, what is z1 z2? A1 a2 minus b1 b2 plus I a1 b2 plus a2 b1. Okay, what is z1 z2 whole bar? This minus of this. Okay, what is z1 bar into z2 bar? Let's do that. a1 minus I b1, a2 minus I b2, nothing but a1 a2 minus b1 b2. Okay, okay, minus I minus taken common a2 b1. Okay, plus a1 b2. Okay, yeah, this one is the z1 into z2 bar. Are both equal? Yes, they are equal. Okay, hence it is proved. Okay, if z1 is this, z2 is this, find z1 plus z2. 6 plus 1 7 minus 2i. 7 minus 2i is the answer. Okay, if z1 is this, z2 is this, find z1 minus z2. 2 minus 3 is minus 1, minus 5i. Minus 1 minus 5i is the answer. If z1 is this, z2 is this, 3z1 plus 2z2. 3z1 is your 3 minus 6 minus 3. Okay, minus 3 plus 24i. Yes, minus 3 plus 24i. If z1 is this, z2 is this, find 4z1 minus z2. 4z1, that is 12. First we will write 4z1 here. Twelve minus 4. Okay, minus z2. So 12 minus. So we can directly write the answer here, right? Okay, we'll try. 12 minus 4 is 8. Okay, minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6, and this is the answer. 8 minus 6. What does that mean? 8 minus 6i. Okay, find the value of z1 z2. If z1 is this, z2 is this. Okay, multiply 4 plus 1 5. Okay, fair enough. Minus 3i. 5 minus 3i is the answer. Find the real and imaginary parts of 1 by 5 minus 2i. 5 plus 2i by 5 plus 2i. Rationalization. 25 plus 4 29. Real part 5 by 29. Imaginary part 2 by 29. Okay, find the conjugate of this. First you have to rationalize it with 3 minus 2i. Okay, so 15 minus 10i by 9 plus 4 13. Okay, conjugate is nothing but 15 plus 10i by 13. Okay, 15 plus 10i by 13. Find the values of I square plus I cube plus I power 4. I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I power 4 is plus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 both will cancel out each other, so minus I will remain. Okay, find the real and imaginary parts of this and this. Okay, we have to rationalize. 14 minus 6. 14 minus 6 is 8. Okay, 4 plus 21 25. Okay, 14 minus 6 8. 21 plus 4. 8 plus 25i divided by 4 plus 9 13. Okay, 8 plus 25 by 13. Real part is 8 by 13. Imaginary part 25 by 13. Express this in the form of a plus ib. Okay, again you have to rationalize it. Okay, otherwise do one thing. Take LCM. Oh, taking LCM won't work. Rationalize it. This, rationalize this, rationalize that. You get this and this. Add them up together. You got 4 minus 3i, I guess. So 4 by 25 minus 3 by 25. This is the form, a plus ib form. Find the real and imaginary parts of this. Okay, first rationalize it. Okay, 1 plus 3i by 1 plus 4i. Rationalize with 1 minus 4i. You will get 13i minus 17. Real is this, imaginary is this. In a plus ib form, same. first rationalize, this also rationalize, then you can add them up. Okay, finally this is what you will get. Find the smallest positive integer n for which 1 plus I whole power n equal to into 1 minus I whole power n equal to 1. Okay, first let's rationalize 1 minus I into 1 plus I by 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, so here 1 plus I into 1 minus is 1 minus 1 plus I whole square is 1 square plus I square minus 1 plus 2I. So 2I by 2, I whole power n equal to 4, n equal to 4 is the answer. Okay, this is nothing but I. Okay, I power n should be equal to 1, that is what is given. So for n equal to 4, that is the least possible number where it will become 1. Okay, smallest integer, least constant number. Modulus of complex number. The modulus of complex number is always a real number. It will never be negative. If z equal to a plus ib, then the modulus of is the absolute value of z, denoted by mod z, defined by root over a square plus b square. You see in this graph, this is a, this is b, this is the modulus, root over a square plus b square. Okay, so it starts at 0, not here, it starts at 0 here. Okay, in a way that's a printing mistake. So what is the modulus of this? Root of 2 square plus minus 3 square, that is 4 plus 9, 13, root 13. This one is 1, this one is 10. Properties of mod z equal to mod z bar. Z into z bar is mod z square. Okay, real part of z is less than or equal to mod z. Imaginary part of z also less than or equal to mod z. Mod z1 plus z2 less than or equal to mod z plus mod z2, individual mods. Mod z1 minus z2 is less than or equal to mod z plus minus mod z2. Mod z1 minus z2 is less than or equal to mod z1 plus mod z2. Mod z1 mod z2, z1 z2. So this is z1 plus z2. This is nothing but mod z1 plus z2. Okay, polar form and Euler form of a complex number. We are familiar with complex numbers in the form z equal to a plus ib when performing addition and subtraction of complex numbers. We use rectangular form. However, there are some alternate forms, namely polar and Euler forms, that are useful to perform multiplication or finding powers or roots of complex numbers. Okay, so the polar form is much convenient when it comes to multiplication and also making powers. Okay, x power 4, y power 4 when x, y are complex numbers. A complex number z in a complex plane can be represented by Cartesian coordinate systems, but the representation of z by polar coordinates is equally useful. Let r, comma theta be the polar coordinates of point a, comma b, representing the complex number z equal to a plus ib. See, a is your real part, b is imaginary part. This is a plus ab is your rectangular coordinate system. Equivalently, it can be represented in a polar coordinate with the radius r and the angle theta it makes with the real axis. Okay, what is r? R is the modulus, root over a square plus b square. Okay, the radius measured from the origin, and theta is the angle it is making with respect to the angle making this vector making with respect to the real axis. Okay, this is theta. Theta is nothing but tan inverse b by a. Okay, r is the distance from O to the point P. Theta is the angle of inclination measured from the initial line in the counterclockwise direction. Yeah, theta always measured in to the line OP. This is the line OP. Theta is always measured in counterclockwise direction. In the above diagram, so tan theta is what? A square plus b square equal to r square. R is root over a square plus b square, that you already know. Okay, or otherwise a is r cos theta, b is r sin theta. From that also you can come across the r square equal to a square plus b square. So r equal to root over a square plus b square. Okay, a square is b square is nothing but r square, r equal to root over a square plus b square. So r sin theta by r cos theta is b by a, nothing but tan theta b by a, theta is tan inverse b by a. Here theta is called amplitude or argument of z, and it is denoted by a amp of z or arg of z. Polar form: if r and theta are the polar coordinates of the point b, a comma b, that corresponds to a non-zero complex number z equal to a plus ib, then the polar form or modulus amplitude form of z is z equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. R cos theta is a, r sin theta is b. If z equal to 0, argument theta is undefined, so whenever polar coordinates are used, z shouldn't be equal to 0. R is a single valued while theta is many valued. Value of theta lies between minus pi and pi, is called principal value of the argument, and it is denoted by arg of z. Rules to determine the amplitude of complex number theta z. Let z equal to a plus ib. Take alpha equal to tan inverse b by a, where a and b are real numbers. In the first coordinate, theta equal to alpha. In the second coordinate, theta equal to pi minus alpha. Third coordinate, minus 180 plus alpha. Fourth coordinate, minus alpha. So in z equal to a plus ib, both positive positive. In the first coordinate, both are positive. Real part is positive, imaginary part is positive. Theta equal to alpha. This is the condition. This is the case when theta equal to alpha. In the second coordinate, you can see second coordinate, real part is negative, imaginary part is positive. Real is negative, imaginary part lies in second coordinate. The theta is always measured from here, right? So this angle is alpha, so pi minus alpha. Alpha means measured in clockwise direction, theta in counterclockwise direction. Minus a minus ib, both real and imaginary parts, both are negative. Now you can see theta is measured like this. Okay. Nothing but minus pi minus pi plus alpha. Okay, or alpha minus pi. Okay, in this case, real is positive, real part is positive, imaginary part is negative. Okay, and this is alpha. So theta is minus alpha. Okay. Properties of modulus of complex number. The modulus of the product of two complex number is the product of their moduli, and the argument of the product is the sum of their arguments. That is angle. Okay. So for any complex number z1 z2, mod z1 z2 equal to mod z1 into mod z2, arg of z1 z2 equal to arg of z1 plus arg of z2. The above result can be extended to any finite number of complex numbers like this. For n numbers, this will be like this. rz1 plus rz2 and so on rzn. The modulus of the quotient of two complex number is the quotient of their moduli, and the argument of the quotient is the difference of their arguments. It is about quotient or division. For any complex number z1 z2, mod z1 by z2 equal to mod z1 by mod z2, where z2 is not equal to 0, arg z1 by z2 equal to arg z1 minus arg z2. properties of polar form. If z1 equal to r1 into cos theta plus 1 plus I sin theta 1, z2 is r2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2, then z1 z2 equal to r1 r2 cos theta 1 plus phi theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 plus theta 2. z1 by z2 is r1 by r2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2, where z2 is not equal to 0. If z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta, z inverse equal to 1 by r cos theta minus I sin theta. Euler form of complex number. We will stop it here. We will see the Euler's form of a complex number in the next session. Okay, Nandri, Vanakkam.